Hello, welcome to the weather update. Do apologize for not being here the past couple of days to do it, but just too much stuff going on. And unfortunately, I have seriously done something to my shoulder, and I'm not sleeping very well because every time I sleep or rest, it hurts. My right shoulder. Pulled the muscle in it. Very painful. But anyway, this happened a couple of days ago. Happened Saturday morning, I think. Is it Saturday morning, I think, or Friday? Anyway, let's get to the weather right now. And you can see it's pretty cool out there. Temperatures are in mid-30s, getting that radiational cooling. ISOP's 34. You can see in the New Jersey Pine Barrens, it's down to the upper 20s. And we'll start off with the Pine Barrens here. Gabreski Airport is 30 degrees. And we'll go over the conditions that we've had the past couple of days over there. So you could see, even with some clouds around, we're still having that radiational cooling there. It was pretty mild during the day today, upper 40s, and then look at that, got down to the teens this morning at West Hampton. It was pretty cold. And then yesterday, you could see how quickly it dropped into the 20s last night, too. Even after 6 o'clock, it was already down into the 20s. You could see for yesterday, we got up to the mid-40s. So, yeah, it was a little warmer than I was expecting yesterday. We did that Pine Barrens hike. 45 degrees yesterday. And then in the morning, I don't think we didn't get the radiational cooling yesterday morning. But anyway, that's sort of like what it looked like in West Hampton. Let's go and look at Islip now. The day we had at Islip, 34 degrees at Islip. And you'll see 34 degrees. And, yeah, got them to the pretty mild today. And let's see that radiational cooling. Yeah, there was some radiational cooling there, but not like West Hampton. They got into the upper 20s. So that's the difference. And yesterday we topped out around 45 degrees. It's a little bit milder than I was expecting yesterday. I thought it was going to be more like 42 or 43. And then yesterday what wound up happening was we had clear skies and the clouds kind of came in. If you go look at the MODIS satellite here. You had the clouds, these high clouds kind of come in on us later in the day. Actually, there's two areas. One area that went over Jersey. See, that area went over first, and then the one that approached Long Island that was coming from the north. Luckily, we had mostly sunny skies until around 12:30. So if you got an early start, you had a good couple hours of clear skies. And glad I enjoyed them because the way the weather looks right now, we're going to be in a really crappy pattern this week indeed. And it really hurts when I put like my arm up to move the mouse. It really, really hurts. But anyway, so that's what happened yesterday. Let's go to this. Go back to this, and we'll look at the highs and the lows for today. And as far as Friday went, we had the rain. We had the front come through. We didn't really wind up getting that much rain Friday. I can't go over every day. I know I missed like 2 or 3 days in a row there, but you could see highs generally were in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees today. And the lows were generally probably in the 20s. I think most areas got below freezing. And there's West Hampton at 19. And then New Jersey's Pine Barrens also got down to around 20. So pretty cold in the Pine Barrens. Let's see if the city was able to stay above freezing last night. Yeah, of course they were. Mid-30s for the city. Well, the rest of us had mid-20s. So, taking a look at the weather we had today, looking at our satellite loop. Here's our satellite loop. You can see all the clouds coming in today. We had the clouds came in pretty quick. It was a pretty junky-looking sky. Lots of cirrostratus and jet smog and stuff. Sort of like what the sky looked like today. See, kind of just a junky sky. And lots of contrails. This was didn't have time to get down to Babylon today. And at least take one more walk around outside before we get a crappy weather. You can see all the contrails there. However, Cirrus always has a habit of putting on a nice show when the sun sets, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Especially as we got towards sunset, we got some nice colors from these clouds. Look at that. That's pretty. And we got one more here too as well. So we did get some nice colors in the sky from that sunset. So, anyway, let's go take a look at our general pattern that we're in. It sucks, generally. So, let's go. We'll start off with the North American view here and the jet stream. as I fight this pain in my shoulder every time I hold it. I'm just going to try to just have to deal with it. You can see that we got that zonal jet stream there, no trough in the east. And that's that zonal jet stream right there. That's going to mean that we're going to have just a crap pattern. And then we have a ridge as we get in the next week. And there's no really big troughs in the east. You can see that all throughout here. We don't have any troughs. So what happened to the cold air we were supposed to get? It has now been taken away from us. And so this December looks like it's going to be a lot for being above normal again. This is all part of the climate crisis that we're in. Let's go to the 500 MB height anomaly. So you get to see the ridging we're dealing with in the east. And that continues. There's no big troughs coming through. There's a little one, and then that's it. So we're going to be above normal with a pattern like this, unfortunately. If we go look at our, not only going to be above normal, it's going to be cloudy too. Let's go to the temperature anomaly chart. So as we go into here, above normal for tomorrow, well above normal for Wednesday, above normal, look at above normal. Look at this, going right to the weekend, still above normal. And there's absolutely no cold air to speak of. So the cold air has been completely taken away. We're not seeing any changes to this, unfortunately. We can look at the European model and see if that looks any different, but I don't think it is. So this is the European model, and this only goes out to Friday. And you can see we still got the ridging. So this is really messed up. This is really, really messed up. All I got to say is this kind of crap that I can't stand. So now let's go back to the GFS, and we'll take a look at the Climate Prediction Center, which I'm sure you'll see here, 6 to 10 day, has us above normal for temperatures and slightly above normal for precipitation as well. 8 to 14 still is the northeast above normal, with the west cooling off a little bit more, but still no Arctic air. Here we are in December, and there's no Arctic air. The models were teasing us with it, and then they just took it away. It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. So let's go take a look at the surface map for the GFS. And as we head into tomorrow, you'll see there is our next system bringing yet more rain into our area, and that rain is going to linger into a good part of Wednesday. Then we may get a little break on Thursday with no rain, but plenty of clouds, and then here comes some more rain into the picture later Friday and lingers possibly into Saturday. And then Sunday, you can see we try to get a high pressure building in, trying to nose its way down. Very unusual setup there. And then another low goes well to the north, and then we have another high going in. And you can see it's just the same old pattern, though it looks like it's trying to at least bring in some colder air with some weak highs, but this will not be Arctic air at all. So things are going to just stay ridiculously above normal if you want winter. And this is why we have, we're losing our pine trees too because of climate change. New Jersey obviously is well adapted to it with the fire regime, but we don't have that. And, climate change is really just killing us. So it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's serious. It's the biggest issue facing the world right now, even though it's the biggest issue facing the world right now that nobody's talking about. So let's go. And, if you don't have cold weather in the winter, it sets off a lot of problems. The southern pine beetles is just one of those things it sets up. So let's take a look at tomorrow's rain here on the HRRR, and you will see as we get into the HRRR, you will see the showers start to arrive here. It looks like it's going to arrive in New Jersey first in the late morning hours, and then they're going to overspread into the afternoon as we get to Long Island, and then you're going to see some of that heavier rain around in the evening here, and that's just going to linger right through. The rain is going to continue right through the evening. It's going to linger right through the evening. Sometimes some heavy showers at times. You see the pockets yellow. And that's going to linger right into Wednesday morning. And then just a chance of showers for the rest of Wednesday. But there could still be a chance of rain, as you see here. So Wednesday is not going to be dry at all with this lingering rain. And if we look at the total amount of rainfall that this model is generating, you will see we're going to see anywhere between 1 and possibly 2 inches of rain. Probably between that 1 and 1.5 inch amount of rain. So it's going to be a soaker tomorrow night into Wednesday. Yes, another soaker. We're all sick of it. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. Can't go more than a couple of days without another warm rainstorm again. It's just ridiculous. And when I mean warm, you'll see. We're going to look at the dew points. So here are your dew points, and you see the winds Shifting to the southeast, the humidity dampness comes up tomorrow. Dew points rise to the 50s. It should not have dew points in the 50s in December, but hey, this is the world we're living in thanks to climate change. And you can see here, again, southwest winds by Wednesday, still keeping the moisture around. So that's why we have that chance for rain. All right, so those are the dew points. Now we're going to look at the temperatures. And after a night with maybe some radiation cooling tonight, I think temperatures won't really go much lower than they already are. You can see temperatures surge into the 50s tomorrow and stay there. It's going to be stay in the 50s overnight into Wednesday, and it's ridiculous. So we're going to be in the mid-50s, which is well above normal. Now it's like almost 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. So absolutely ridiculous. And if we want to go a little further into it, you can look at the GFS here, and you'll see that going to Thursday, not a whole lot of changes. We do get a north wind, brings the dew points down somewhat, which will at least end the rain. I don't think we get rid of the clouds. And then some colder air tries to work in Friday into Saturday. But again, we have to watch the storm system forming offshore. Now, hopefully it stays offshore where it belongs because we have had enough damn rain already. And then you see that northeast flow Sunday and somewhat drier air. But you don't see any really big Arctic air masses here at all. And I'm going right through here until maybe you get to the last frame, which the GFS has been doing this for I don't know how long already. So looking at your temperatures as we get into Thursday, still 50s, Thursday could be quite warm, 50s. Friday is when we see the temperatures drop into the upper 40s, still a little bit above normal. Here we are Saturday, upper 40s, maybe 50 degrees. Sunday, we finally get into some colder air. And then Monday, you see that colder air trying to get into the picture there. And then as we get toward Friday, we'll see a return to colder weather as we get toward next weekend, not this weekend. But it's absolutely sucks. Clouds, we'll have plenty of those around, that's for sure. We'll look at the GFS here. Obviously tomorrow, we're not going to see the sun. Wednesday, we're not going to see the sun. Thursday, we're not going to see the sun. Friday, we're not going to see the sun. Saturday, we're not going to see the sun. Sunday, we're not going to see. It doesn't try to get better until maybe Sunday and then Monday. See a little bit of opening here on the GFS. This is the GFS, of course. We can look at a few other cloud models as well, like the RGEM. But I think the RGEM is going to be equally hopeless. I'll look at the 18Z RGEM. Obviously, clouds tomorrow, clouds Wednesday. The good thing about the RGEM is trying to clear it out on Thursday. So maybe we can get to see some sunshine on Thursday. This is just the RGEM doing this. But it gives us a little hope that maybe we can get the sunshine by Thursday. But we're going to at least have 2 overcast days in a row with this warm, disgusting yuck that we shouldn't have. All right? And it's absolutely ridiculous. So, that's pretty much what it looks like. And there are other parts of the country that are, having much better weather than us. And I always bring up Flagstaff because, they're getting the weather we're supposed to have. So if we go look at Flagstaff here, it would help if I could spell Flagstaff. Well, it hurts when I move my arms. You'll have to bear with me. My right arm. So you can see, they have a slight chance of snow showers and rain showers. Chance of snow because it's colder there, so they don't have to deal with rain. And then after that, look at that, 41 on Sunday, sunny for Thursday, 44 on Sunday for Friday, 44. I mean, it's not cold, 42, but I mean, I'll take that. Mostly sunny, 39. I'll take that over the 50s, But again, they don't have that. They're not subject to the ocean, the warming of the record warm oceans that we have. And I guess now you could time to look at temperature anomalies because I haven't done that in a while. So let's look at that as well. So we're going to look at our sea surface temperature anomalies here. Ocean, sea surface temperature anomaly. Oh, yeah. Look at all that warm water off the east because everything's above normal. Look at this. And I mean way above normal. It's not just a little bit above normal. It's way above normal. So if I click here, you'll see 5.9 Celsius above normal. That's 10 degrees above normal. So if you go about 50 miles southeast of Cape Cod, water temperatures are 10 degrees above normal. South of Long Island, the water temperatures are 5 degrees above normal. Look at this area here, about 200 miles southeast of Long Island or southeast. Water temperatures are 11, almost 12 degrees above normal. 16 degrees above normal when you go about 300 miles east of Cape Cod. So this is the kind of ridiculously warm water we're dealing with. Outside of that, you're dealing with an anomaly of 3 degrees. So, yeah, this is not normal. So if we go look at the actual sea surface temperatures, which we're going to do right now, change this over to Celsius, you'll see the water temperature south of Long Island still in the mid-50s. That's above normal. But look at this warm bubble here. You got water temperatures up near 67. Another one, water temperatures up near 67, almost near 70 degrees in this spot. So you have this warm water here, and that's, again, it's just another part of the warming climate. So you have warming the normal ocean waters, adding more moisture, adding more heat to the atmosphere. So especially if you're along the coast like we are in the whole eastern part of the United States, you have that. If you go look at the west, Flagstaff is surrounded by mountains, so it kind of wrings out most of that moisture. So they're not dealing with that, and the warmth they avoid because of their elevation. It's not to say they're not experiencing climate change effects either. They are. Everybody is. But for us, it sucks more because we're dealing with these cloudy, murky, damp, disgusting, warm, humid, crabby patterns that I'm sick of. It's December already. We should not be dealing with this anymore. But this is all part of climate change. This is what you get when you're dealing with climate change. So let me look at a few more models here regarding precipitation for your tomorrow. We have the 0Z Naaman, so let's go look at that. And this is the NAM here. So you can see, again, that rain, most of that rain stays west of the city until we get toward later in the afternoon into the evening. Then we see that rain kind of moving over into the northeast. Then you'll see the really heavy downpours come in overnight into Wednesday morning. And then it looks like, at least for the rest of Wednesday, we won't be dealing with any substantial rain, according to this NAM model at least. All right. But still, I mean, this is just a really crappy pattern. You look at the Weather Prediction Center, you see the mess we have here. Just this whole area of rain. And it looks like heavy rain, flash flooding possible in this area. It's just a huge mess because the jet stream is a mess. We're not seeing normal behavior of a jet stream. So, the cold air is just not coming. Not yet anyway. And we need the cold air. We need it. So, I guess that's going to wrap. At least the heat's working again. It's a back and forth where I live with the heat, but at least it's working again. That's the only good thing about it not being ridiculously cold, at least. So I'll just go to vent to sky, and I just want to look at the wind. As far as the wind, I don't think the wind is going to be an issue tomorrow. Let's see if it is. Yeah, we're not seeing the gusts up that high. It will be breezy, but we won't be seeing the damaging, the strong kind of winds that we saw before, at least. So we're not going to see an LLJ type of event, but it is going to be a soaker for tomorrow night. So get ready. Take your umbrella with you. I'm sure Meredith Garofalo, Channel 12, a.k.a. Mrs. Umbrella, she does the weekend weather. She loves the rain, by the way. She's probably thrilled with this. She loves the rain. She's always smiling whenever there's rain in the forecast. But maybe we'll take a car away, see how she likes it going around taking public transportation in the rain, because it sucks. That's it. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.